Hi, my name is Chris Glidden. I'm a systems architect here with StrikeReady. I'm going to take you through a quick use case of disabling a user account in reaction to an investigation. So if I come to my StrikeReady platform, I'm going to click into a specific case that I've been investigating. In this case, it is an underground discussion of SR test accounts. So StrikeReady has a dark web intel capability where we can search the dark web for certain keywords. And when we hit a match with those keywords, whether it's a username or a domain name or a public IP address, we will trigger an alert and open a case. So let's drill into this case a little bit more. As you can see, there's underground discussion of these StrikeReady test accounts. And I'm just going to go ahead and disable this user. I'm a little worried that maybe their credentials have been stolen or we've been targeted. So I'm going to come to my actions for this case. I am going to disable the user. And in this case, I'm going to choose this SR user. It seems to be the best match. I could choose more and I could search for users, but just for this demo, we're just going to disable this one. So I click Next, having chosen my user. I have to choose a zone and a technology that I'm going to use to disable. We've already established an API integration with this, with Microsoft Entra, so we can take this action. And when I go ahead and proceed, it will create a job and we can actually see that job execute. So if we look at the running job, you can see starting to execute. It's going to disable SR tester. If we drill in here, we can see a little bit more information, but now there is API to API communication taking place between StrikeReady and Entra, and if we want to see, it does claim to be done. Let's go over to the Azure interface and validate that. So if I go into Entra and look at my users, and we'll find SR tester, which is the user I just isolated, and you can see that their account is indeed disabled. Now if I look at the audit logs, you can see sometimes it takes a little while for the logs to show up. There it is. And at this point, you can see too that it was initiated by this particular actor. So if I wanted to come back here and manage this particular account, I could edit it and re-enable it. So we can see the account is back to enabled, and if we come back to the audit logs, now audit logs have updated, and you can see that I have re-enabled this user, and you can see that it was initiated by my admin account. So this is a nice way in the audit logs to distinguish between something that was initiated by an application and something that was actually initiated by a human person like me. We could also come back here and take a look at the larger reporting. If you monitor the audit logs for everything, again, you can see here I am again, disable and enable. And if I drill in, again, you can see a lot of the same data. Disable account, the target was the SR tester account. So you can look at this at the global level as well as the individual user level. So thanks for your time. If you'd like to hear more about this, we would love to share.